I look around here. I just heard your number one station for football, Bristol. Don't actually need to say that anymore. That's like saying a car's got 4 tyres. That's how obvious it is to say number one. Oh, honestly, it's become embarrassing. Oh. So what we'll do is we'll just breeze on past that because the family, the Triple M football family, know about the 10-plus ratings dominance of this show for 15 years. And a lot of it on the back of the best caller in football. Bristol did a great job last night trying to make one of the poxiest games of all time interesting, and you did the very best you could. Bristol, nice to see you. Damo as well. And because the Ducks in Bali having a little mid-year furlough, we've got Nath Brown just sliding in. Hello, Nath.
Excited to be here, Jim.
And just did what I've done. I've done a couple of times, so I'll put that right on the table, and that's go to the wrong venue. But you did get here in time, which is better than me.
Well, I like to get places on time, so I like to sort myself out. I got to Etihad Stadium today. I sat down and had a Nazi Goreng like I normally do, and I'm looking around going, gee, haven't the Hawks dropped off this year? There's no Hawthorn supporters anywhere. And it still hasn't clicked. So I went over to Gate 9 where we go in, the corporate entry, and there's no one out the front. I thought, gee, I am early. I was just about to ring Snorkel and say, how do I get up? There's no one out the front. And then the doors open for me, and there's all these people that I didn't really realise. And then I had a sinking feeling that the game was at the MCG. Jumped in a cab, and I said, mate, I want to go to the MCG. What's the quickest way? He goes, I don't know.
Well, the last time I did it, as people will remember, I didn't get here in time, and I think we had Gil McLaughlin on as a special guest.
We did.
Bristol, not only did I get into the car park, then the bloke at our entrance let me in with his key up to level C, and I got into the actual commentary box.
What was he doing there,
was
that
the
guy?
only person in the place. So I've been where you've been, Nathan. Don't feel bad about yourself. Now, Bristol, I just get a look at you.
Yeah, look at him.
And I can see that you've got some stuff.
Look, I got some news on Duck in Bali, but we're going to save. We're just going to park that for a moment.
I've seen Duck in Bali too.
This is rather incredible. But I just want to. I'm told, JB, that a very prominent football identity, someone that we all know very well. Last Saturday evening, around about 6 p.m. Yes. Leaving the Channel 7 building on his way to do his regular radio Saturday night gig. Yes. He left Channel 7 and was heading up to only had a walk of some 200 metres.
Oh yes.
Heading up to Etihad Stadium there, and
a Channel 7 person.
Just a well-known identity.
Okay.
At this stage,
just trying to narrow it down.
So ensconced in his iPad.
Yep.
He was as he left the big red building there, and walking along the path, as I say, a hike of some 200 metres. He's got the iPad there, and
watching Instagram or
don't know what
TAB
he was
account
hooked into, possibly a TAB account. Yep. I'm told that's a bit of an issue for him.
Yep. I think I'm narrowing it down. I'm definitely narrowing it down.
He got to Esplanade Drive there in front of AFL HQ, and he's tripped over the curb, face planted on Esplanade Boulevard there. The iPhone smashed, which was in his pocket. The iPad, which he was reading, smashed into pieces. And the said bag that he was carrying just polluted the road with all of the contents of the one said bag.
Betting slips.
Ripped jeans. At this stage, there's a very big audience gathering because they've gone, who is this guy that looked rather clumsily as he tripped over the curb and face planted onto the deck? And as the big crowd was gathering, and they were just about to go in to help him, assist him, and as he got up, there was blood streaming from his nose. He had a broken nose. He had a lot of facial blood. And the crowd realised it was one said Nathan Brown.
Oh, no!
And as he attempted to walk off, because he was really a bit embarrassed at this stage, he realised he couldn't walk because he had done the ligaments in his ankle. And he was unable to walk off quickly as blood trickled from the nose, just face planting, destroying the iPad, I'm told, hooked into whatever betting company he works
He would be watching a race. I know that's what would have been the reason he was distracted.
Nathan Brown, is this true? Did you make an absolute clown of yourself in front of AFL HQ?
You've got some good mail, Brian. I did. I was walking. It was dark. I was walking up to call the North Melbourne-Richmond game, and I was on the iPad, and the iPad is smashed. I don't have it here today. I was trying to place a bet on a horse race
in Toowoomba,
in Carnarvon.
Carnarvon. Oh, no.
all the way over at Carnarvon, and Tripp didn't see it, rolled my ankle, had to go and see Gary Zimmerman the next day,
That's
the
right.
ex-Bulldogs doctor,
Yes.
and had scans, and the ankle was no good. But it is true that these young guys come over to help, and as soon as they saw it was me, started pissing themselves laughing and started calling me all sorts of names, and they were on the ground laughing themselves, and it wasn't wasn't my finest 5 minutes.
It was good. But there's that, and there's news on Duck later in Barwing.
Is there?
All I know, Purple, with our man, the Bristle, is I've never known a man to have more eyeballs in Melbourne than Brian.
And you know by the time it makes the airwaves that the story has had a lot of mayonnaise
Oh,
placed upon
no
it.
question of that. But it's just if you think you're going to ever get
You're
away
not.
with anything,
No.
there's no chance.
Yeah.
There's no chance of it. That's what I've learned over the trip.
He's got rorts everywhere and
Yes,
spies everywhere.
Spies everywhere, and anything you've got up to will come back to bite you hard on the freckle.